Okay, so now I'm just going to go through some basic holds on how we hold the head along when we're feeling through the tissue. So first of all, you have a nice flat hand, you scoop under the head, and then you literally have a flat hand and you hold. Your fingers hook in under the occipital bone and we wait. And then you feel through the tissue. And once you can feel the differences between the arachnoid space and the white matter to find out if there's any uniformity between the bone and the brain. Once you've done that, you then move your hands out to check around the higher area of the head, of the parietal lobe, to see if they have been concussed or there's any damage there. And then once you've checked out the parietal lobe, you then check out the frontal lobe in this way. Ever so gentle, feeling very gently through the tissue. And what we're trying to do is actually scan through the space of the arachnoid space and the white matter. We also cover the dura and the pons of all the meninges and the arachnoid membrane. To do the frontal lobe as well, we scoop a hand underneath the neck and then on top, much like the cranial position. And then we scan. We have the intent in our minds and we scan through the brain, gently and not too invasively. And once you feel you have done what you have come to do and find out if there's any differences in space, then we go back to that place. Now also, we'll go over the motor and the sensory cortex to check with the homunculus. So I place my hands along the sensory or sensory motor cortex, depending on what we're trying to do. And in the picture of the homunculus, it starts off with the leg, the back, coming up. There's big portions for the lips, the hands, and the head, and then it goes down through the center towards the corpus callosum. And to affect anything in the brain, you put your hands along there of the motor cortex or the sensory cortex, and you feel, depending on what part of the body you want to affect, depends on what part of attention that you put your mind.